friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy, and today I am giving you my second video of the day, most likely if you're seeing this on Sunday the 7th. But I recently found out about a really fun readathon that I really wanted to participate in, and I thought that I should get a TBR out before it starts tomorrow. So, and that readathon is the Golden Girls Readathon, hosted by Rachel Fryman, who I just found her lovely channel, so I will put a link to it below. But she has apparently done this 2 years running now, and she just apparently really loves the Golden Girls and has put together an entire readathon set around our favorite old ladies. I found out about this, I believe, through Laura at the Book Bubbler, and whenever she put up her TBR about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. So the idea is it runs from, let's start there, runs from tomorrow, the 8th of June, to the 14th of June. And the idea is that you break up into teams based off of one of each of the 4 Golden Girls, and you read books that are prompts that are related to that specific girl. And there are also community prompts that are just, for everybody to read. So I just thought that sounded really fun. And I put up a poll on my Instagram account asking my friends what Golden Girl they would pick for me if they had to pick one Golden Girl that I most embody. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this, but everybody picked Dorothy. Not everybody, but Dorothy won by a wide margin. So it was between Dorothy and Rose, which really, 2 different characters there could not be. But Dorothy is, if you aren't familiar with the Golden Girls, Dorothy is the very tall, very studious, very, how shall we say, opinionated, sassy. That's, my friend Sarah said sassy. Of the Golden Girls, and the daughter of Sophia, the adorable little feisty Italian woman. So anyway, I picked prompts based off of Dorothy's prompts. But first of all, let us go over the community prompts. The very first prompt is to read a book with gold on the cover. And Rachel definitely said that this can be very loosely interpreted. I decided to go with Anne of Ingleside by Ella Montgomery. And you might be saying, Rainy, there's no gold on this cover. But there is a golden yellow light around Anne. So that's what we're going with, okay? Okay. Because this was already on my TBR for June, and we're gonna read it. And there's gold. It's golden glow, okay? Prompt number 2 is to read a book that was published between the years of 1985 and 1992, which are the years that the Golden Girls was like live broadcast. And for that one, I picked Christy and the Snobs by Anne M. Martin. It is one of the Babysitters Club books. I was really racking my brain trying to think of a book that I have that would have been published in the 80s, and I totally forgot that I have a stack of these Babysitters Club books. I'm really excited to read this. I really need to get back into my little stack of Babysitters Club books that I want to read. So, and this will be obviously a very quick read, which is perfect for a week-long readathon. And the final prompt, which is to read a book with a female friendship. I'm also going to read Christy and the Snobs because obviously the Babysitters Club is full of female friends. I think they have one boy in their group, and I don't even think that he stays. So, and I definitely think this is like book number 11. So I don't think that that boy is there at this point. So it's all girls, and they are definitely best friends. Moving on to the prompts for Team Dorothy. First prompt for Dorothy is to read a book set in New York City, because Dorothy was born and raised in New York City. And the book that I chose for that was on a recommendation from my friend Sarah at Steeped in Books. She recommended Sleepless in Manhattan by Sarah Morgan. I don't know anything about this book other than it comes recommended by Sarah, and I do not read a lot of romance books, as you will know if you have ever been around my channel before. But I am slowly starting to ease into the genre, and I definitely will take Sarah's recommendation. She did say, she warned me that there are some sexy times in this one, which is usually not my jam, but I am going to persevere and be a big girl and just, deal with it. And the next two prompts I am doubling up and using one book for, and that is to read a classic novel and to read a book that is 400 pages or more. And this is in reference to the fact that Dorothy is an English teacher. And for this, I am going to be rereading North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. And this was already on my June TBR, and that is because I am going to be joining in a book club with Kate Howe at the end of the week on the 14th. So I have to get this reread by Sunday. So it is about 530 pages in this edition. So yeah, this will be an all-week process. So I had it tabbed out for 2 weeks, but I didn't get to it in the first week. So I'm gonna have to rearrange these tabs. So I'm a little intimidated, but it is a reread for me, so I think it'll be okay. And then the last prompt for Team Dorothy is to read a book with wife in the title. And that is because Dorothy is the only one of the 4 women in the Golden Girls whose ex-husband is prominent throughout the show, and she also remarries at the end of the run of the show. So, and she's the only one that does, spoiler alert. So, that's a very specific prompt. And I was like, oh geez, the rest of these have been pretty good and open-ended, I don't know. But then I remembered that I bought a book from a library book sale, and one of my goals this year is to read through all the books that I had bought from library book sales from the last couple of years. And so that book is The Zookeeper's Wife by Diane Ackerman. Now, I totally forget what this book is about, quite honestly, and I forgot to read the synopsis on the back, but I do believe that it is set during World War II, so it is World War II historical fiction. So I think it'll definitely be kind of a tearjerker, and probably a little bit intense, because obviously if it's a zookeeper, animals will be involved, which is a little bit nerve-wracking to me, because I often don't like to read books with animals in them, or see movies with animals in them, because usually it does not end happily. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to give it my best go. So there you go, just my quick and dirty TBR for the Golden Girls Readathon. I think this is going to be really fun, and Rachel has made it a game aspect with the team factor, and then she has a spreadsheet where you can add your page counts to your team, and at the end of the readathon there will be a winner declared. So last year I believe Team Dorothy won, so let's see if she can pull through again. So yeah, let me know if you are participating in this readathon, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye friends.